Hello, everybody. Well, we have had a disaster this morning. My surprise was to take you down to, or do the live at the local park where we walk. We walk maybe 3-4 times a week. There's a beautiful lake there, and it's so peaceful and scenic, and I wanted you to enjoy it. However, we have spent the last half an hour, that's why we're late. We've spent the last half an hour trying to get signal. Technology is supposed to help you these days, isn't it? But it was quite frustrating. But yes, so sadly, my surprise has been spoiled, which I'm disappointed about. Anyway, please say hi. Let us know where you're watching from. Hopefully, you've either just had your dinner, having your dinner, or about to have your dinner. Sorry about UK and Germany. It's early hours of the morning there. However, we had to have the live during our daylight time because we were planning to go to a park, and of course you need sunlight in the park, otherwise, it'd be a bit creepy to do this at night. So this is why we've chosen this time to do this live. But yeah, anyway, I wanted to report back on the BBBE. I need to start saying this right, don't I? BBBE challenge that we tried out last week. I know some of you also tried it. So I've got the results from a gentleman named Michael Rosenau. He did it really properly. He stuck to the 4 ingredients, I think minus a few spices in that. And he lost 10 pounds. 10 pounds in 7 days. That's like, wow. He was also, he had also stalled. He was experiencing a stall because that happens on the keto diet, right? You can go through a stall where you're not losing anything or you're not seeing, changes on scale. But he lost 10 pounds in a week, my goodness. It didn't go that well for us. For me, you wouldn't have noticed that I only did one video last week, and that's because I was as sick as a dog. There's changes in weather here, and every time it gets colder or warmer, I get like flu-like symptoms. On top of that, I think I also had the keto flu because I could hardly get out of bed, and I felt ill, I was nauseous and yeah, but I didn't enjoy the diet. I have to say, I don't think it's there to be, you're not, as you do such a strict diet, you certainly realize, the level of dependencies that you have on food, the enjoyment you get out of food, and going on such a plain diet, it takes that completely away. And so in order for me to put a video out last week, I had to stop the challenge. Can you believe that? I could not get going. So I thought, you know what? It's great and all doing this challenge, but I've got a responsibility to, produce some content for you guys this week. So I gave it up. I lost, it was about a pound a day I was losing. So maybe 450 grams a day. So I think it does work. If you can stick to it, it does work. I honestly, because I produce videos every week, I don't think I can actually do it again if I'm going to feel that sick. I think if I try it maybe half week and then ease into it, because I would like to give it a good go, obviously, because the results are amazing. Congratulations, Michael. Now, Chris did better than I did. He went for... Yes, would you...
Yeah, I couldn't do it when we were outside because it was blowing a hurricane.
Yeah, okay, well, from the horse's mouth.
Hello, everybody. So, sorry, I was trying to set everything back up because I don't even know what you've said this way. It's not that I'm not listening to you at all.
I know you do
that.
you think tech things, don't you? And you're checking for comments.
Yes,
but,
and I was trying to set the stand thing up there, but...
report on your experience of BBBE.
BBBE?
I can't say that.
Nightmare. That's my experience, absolute nightmare. And I'll tell you why. So I started on Monday the 1st with everybody. I don't even know if I'm in camera. But
I think you are, because they can see our whole kitchen, but maybe bend on the thing.
Yeah. I started on Monday, and honestly by 3 p.m. on Monday, so 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I started feeling... You have got the microphone, so you need to...
Oh, I need to come back. I was just checking to see if you're in shot.
That's okay.
No, you are. And anyway, so go for it.
It didn't cut off my head.
The mic.
By 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I started to feel really terrible. Like I had a headache coming on, which, I mean, I kind of normally expect that when you start anything new. But I started to feel like I had keto flu, but worse, like 100 times worse. Which continued into Tuesday, and by the end of Wednesday, I was sort of Googling like WebMD, hey, have I died? And that's kind of the symptoms that I put in, and that's what it came back and said.
Did you really?
Well, yeah, because I woke up in the middle of the night, I was sweating, I was hot, then I was cold, I was achy.
I thought it was just bloody menopausal things, hot flashes with me.
Well, I'm pretty sure I don't have menopause. I mean, I'm not...
You never know.
I'm
you
not
might.
100% sure.
You have menopause.
Not arguing with that one. So Thursday, probably middle of the day Thursday, because I obviously work a full-time job aside from doing this. I had meetings and things on Thursday afternoon and Friday. And I put my hand on my heart and say, I gave up the BBBE challenge. I've been on keto since 2016. I kind of cycle on and off, as you guys know. I have never, ever felt this bad. And to me, doing any kind of diet or any kind of, lifestyle change, you shouldn't feel that bad for that long. And if that's what it takes to get, to shift a bit of weight, I'd rather do proper keto where I can actually enjoy the food. The recipes we have on our channel that Mel's come up with is to make the keto diet more palatable.
And the thing is that when we want to drop the weight, we just do strict keto and we track our macros.
Yeah.
That is the only difference. When we say, we cycle on and off, it is tracking exactly what we eat and going strict keto. Clean, strict keto, so it's like a bit of vegetables, your meat, your eggs, your cream, high fat, medium protein, low carb. So that's what we do. We just, tighten everything up. When we are not strict keto, we don't watch macros, we just eat keto food and maybe have one too many keto treats, which is what gets us.
There's no such thing as one too many.
Yeah, you're terrible for that.
That's my final comment on BBBE. What a boring diet. I'm the type of guy who can eat the same thing every day for a month and not complain. But it's got to be something I like just basic steak, basic bacon, eggs, etc.
Yeah, you like your eggs.
I don't know. I felt kind of by the end of day 2 that I was being tortured for something that I hadn't necessarily done, or that maybe I had done. Just to me, incredibly boring diet. Hard. It would be hard if you were doing it for any longer than I think 5 or 6 days. It would be incredibly hard not to cheat.
Or you get over the sickness, feeling sick. And I to be honest, I think we didn't give it that chance. But it's like with keto flu, everything passes. So I'm interested. What is more disturbing though is the fact that we got keto flu, and why?
Well, for me, it was feeling like worse and worse and worse. Like keto flu, I've had keto flu twice. And day 1, you feel like you want to crawl through your own backside. Day 2 feels a little bit better. Day 3, I'm on the road to feeling fine now. Day 3 for me on BBBE.
You want to crawl through your own backside?
Well, like, you want
Sorry,
to call that.
I'm going to lose it.
There was another saying for that, which Australians would get, but I won't do it. But you start to feel better with keto flu day by day. With this, I was feeling worse to the point on Thursday where I was really like concerned that I'd done something to my own health. That's why I stopped it.
Yeah. And for me, the major thing was the need to function. I just couldn't. It was hard. Like my body was achy and sore. I felt like I had done a marathon without any prior training. It's very stringent. However, very useful if you want to drop some quick weight or you're in a stall.
I tell you what, my first week of doing keto, like proper keto, I lost more weight than I did this week on BBBE. And granted, I didn't give it the full week, but I lost more weight doing 1 week of keto and enjoyed it a hell of a lot more. Yes,
but then you were probably heavier at this stage. And when you're heavier, you do tend to drop more. No, you do. No, you were, meaning you're skinny now, love. Meaning you're skinny now, love, but you were heavier then, which means you would, and of course the drastic change into dropping carbs, your body is going to respond.
You drop the water weight first.
Yeah, you respond well. So those are all the caveats that, you have to consider.
I'm still going to throw it in because I hate the BBBE diet. So I'm interested to find out what everyone else thought.
Would you ever do it again?
I will never do it again, ever.
Would you do a version of?
No. I will do... You tell how much I hate it? I will do keto, no problem. I would do a low carb, like normal diet, low carb. I would go vegetarian, I think. I'd explore, I think, probably any one of a dozen different other options before I did BBBE again.
See, I've actually had friends who are vegetarian and their food is amazing. Like it's so colorful and flavor. She might just be a good cook though. So
these days you can make veggie really tasty.
Really tasty, yeah.
I'm just gonna go check the.
Yeah, I think we should stop for comments at least.
Yeah. I think there might be a lot. Oh dear.
There are.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just...
yes, go for it.
I'm going to sprain a finger scrolling back here. All messages. Okay, I'm going to go all the way back to the start. Okay, so everybody was saying it was noted that we were late and you have got detention.
Oh, who said that?
Me, because everybody's saying that you were late to the party.
Yes. I'm very sorry, but I think if you've missed the beginning, I did explain why.
Okay, so I'll do a roll call. The chef is here. Chef is in the house.
Hi, Chef.
Christiane Fisk.
Hello, Chris.
Ella is here.
Ella, you trooper.
Mrs. Henderson is here. Hi, Mrs. Henderson.
And one for Ella too, and Chris.
Hi, Ella. Hi, Chris. Hi, everybody. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Do you feel like there's favoritism going on in this?
Mrs. Henderson cannot be surpassed.
No.
Marzi Mars is here. Marzi Mars. Tom and Ivana Hellam are here. Hello, Tom
hello,
and Ivana.
Tom. And...
Michael Rosenauer. Hey, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Nikki D. Hi from Florida.
Hello, Nikki. Oh, Nikki.
Judy Duran says, I'm back. My screen says it's wrong. Oh, I'm sorry, Judy. I think I messed that one up. I put the live 24 hours from now. We were having technical difficulties.
Yes. We were out of the door, ready to go live, because the park is literally a few minutes. We were out of here at 9:30, and thought, oh, we'll have have a sip of coffee and just ease into the live.
Judy May is here.
Oh, hello, Judy and Larry.
Judy made a live.
Nice.
Here we go. Here's Mel, ladies and gentlemen. We present Mr. and Mrs. Mel. Rick Davies from Detroit. Hey, Rick.
Hello, Rick. Hi.
Keto Simple Dustin. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, Dustin.
Okay, and now we get... Michael says, please no one look for those lost pounds.
And it'd be interesting to see if you get it back, if you gain it back, or if you go through yet another stall, just going back to eating keto. Because Michael, he only eats keto. Like he does have the treats, and he makes he's a good baker. So he makes his keto buns and breads and treats, and he eats like we do, just normal keto. So it'll be interesting to see if he stalls again.
Okay, Marzi Mars has sent a super thanks.
Oh, thank you, Marzi.
Here's something towards your medical bills for your BBBE research.
Oh my God.
The chef says, I think they should have a carnivore challenge since we're on keto. I like keto because I eat almost anything I want and I love my sweets.
Yes.
Yeah, same here, chef.
Yeah. We like the diet, obviously, because when you do something long enough, it becomes your way, isn't it? So anyway, sorry.
Chef says, Michael says, it was boring as hell. By day 3, I was nauseous at the thought of meat, but stuck with it, and I have too much bacon left over after bulk buying. Chef says, same here, Michael. The worst thing is my go-to quick meal was bacon and eggs, and now I don't think I want to touch them for another month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same, Chef,
Yeah.
and Michael, as you just heard. Not my favorite diet in the world. James Lewis says, are you both taking electrolytes? Yes. Plenty of electrolytes, plenty of water.
We actually upped the electrolytes during the challenge.
We kind of pre-prepped by taking our electrolytes, but it didn't. It didn't work this time.
Yeah. I don't know.
The chef says he ate 5 pounds of bacon. That's not a bad effort, chef.
Good on you. Hurrah!
Judy Duran says, I wonder if you both had actual flu. Judy, I can say very confidently that no, we didn't. I'll tell you what I did on the Thursday, because I had to go to a meeting, as I said, and I couldn't really function properly. I actually had a spoonful of jam, the full sugar jam.
Really?
Yeah, and within, I would say, 15 minutes, I was starting to feel a whole lot better. So I know for a fact that it was not normal flu.
Well, still, within keto, your sugars limit is 50 grams a day. There's a lot of people who, they cut out all sweeteners because sweeteners are bad for you and stuff. Stuff like, they say they just cut it out. All more power to you. But for me, if you need that kind of, taste in your mouth, you're allowed up to 50 grams of sweeteners. Now, sugar is a whole other bad beast, so don't go for sugar, Christopher.
I'll tell you why I went for sugar. Right?
I know, you needed a quick...
Yeah, years and years and years ago, I had an issue where my blood sugar dropped really, really low.
Right.
It was after I was actually sick.
Right.
And I was this is pre-keto days, pre-everything days. I was actually recommended by a doctor to have something high in glucose or high in sugar. The minute that I did it, I started to feel better. And this time around,
It felt the same, like...
it felt broadly similar. And I thought, let me just see if this makes me feel any different or whether there's something really wrong here. 1 spoonful of jam, it was like Popeye taking his spinach. It was instantly starting to feel better.
I said to Chris the other day, we should do a Popeye and Olive themed video.
Mrs. Henderson says, that brought on a visual I'll never get rid of, me talking about crawling out of my own backside. The chef says, I did, however, lose weight. A couple pounds I've never been able to lose since 2018, but I still don't think I'll do it again. Michael says, I'm doing day 5, 5-day carnivore challenge next week. I use that bacon, and he's still intermittent fasting.
Wow.
Rick says he'll stick with fasting. Jodelle Fields, hey Jodelle, says, hello you guys.
Hi, Jodelle.
Ella says, kiss, 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 Mel and Chris. Mrs. Henderson says, hi, hi, hi. Tom and Ovana, today it is just me. Ovana, well, usually it is just me.
Ah, nice.
Judy's Bakery, or Judy Mayer, yay, thanks for the shout out to both of us. Keto Simple says, we're not stopping. And the chef says, we'll cheer you on from the sidelines, KS.
Yes, we'll cheer you on for your troopers. My goodness me, that was rough. Oh, anyway. But yeah, I don't think I can ever do the BBBE challenge, simply because I want to keep producing videos every week. I'm trying to actually do more, not less. Do you know what I mean? So like, yeah, no, it's not...
Yeah, you don't need to do it anyway. I mean, you're...
But I wanted to be in, you know, like, you know, when you're the kid that's, you're the unpopular kid, I wanted to be with the popular kids. So, yeah, and some people are like, nothing's going to make me want to do that. Sorry. So I'm good. But yeah, I thought that it'd be fun to try, you know, just test yourself.
Yeah, never again.
No.
Judy says, yeah, you have to taste the recipe.
Okay. I'm not sure. Anyway.
You have to try.
Yeah.
Chef says LMAO. About being the kid left out.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I've got some things to tell you. You may have noticed that we have changed themes. There's a reason for that. We have got, we want to do another fun-themed video. They're actually quite difficult to do, and that's why, like, it puts us out of schedule. But there's a lot of planning. We've got to get the costumes. We've got to practice accents. We've got to restyle this situation. We've got to restyle that, and you know, I already have a distinctive accent, so like, you know what I mean? So yes, we have to think of, you know, get ideas for backdrop and fit all of that into a recipe that, you know, tied in. Like the last time we did a theme video, you know, the microwave wasn't, it was the new kid on the block. So anyway, yes. So we've got a themed video planned, and we are going to, like, some of you, or a lot of you know about KETOBAKES, right?
We'll just talk amongst ourselves. Oh, you're back.
No, I'm back. So that's what the packaging looks like. And we've been sent quite a number of these to try and to show you guys. However, you know, people like Steve from Serious Keto, they've reviewed and made, you know, for example, this is bagels. They have made whatever is on the packaging already. So I thought, clearly these come out right. They taste great. You know, they've been reviewed before by trusted sources. So why not try to make something else? Not like this is bagels. Make something else with this bagel mix. So that is my idea for the next video. Yes. Also, I am getting together I have an idea for a new keto flour. And the reason why I even want to do a flour is because of you guys. You guys have said to me, oh, have you heard about, now there's more than one flour out. Trust me, there's several. And people have, you know, said, have you tried this person's flour or that person's flour? The answer is yes, I've tried most of them, and there are claims that, you know, that person's flour behaves just like regular flour, or they'll say this is the one that works. This is just not just YouTube, it's websites as well that say this. So I want to try and produce a flour that does what it claims. So wish me luck. And yes, gluten-free. Yes. Well, this is going to be my test, is to take a regular recipe using regular flour, bake that while you're watching, and add, well, not bake that, I'll step back. 2 bowls, one with regular flour, one with my flour, and see how they perform. That's what I want to do. So I'm just waiting for, what's wrong with you?
I'm just having PTSD over the last time that you went into recipe test mode, and it looked like a tornado had hit the place.
Yeah, and if I'm not happy with something, it ends up being baking the same thing 15, 20 times.
Like a mad scientist going.
It's very frustrating, very. But yeah, I'm also thinking about what powder would be better to use than almond flour. A lot of my subscribers are allergic to various things that are keto friendly. You know, so what's going to be a great, so there again, we need a flour substitute that, you know, you can use several different options to make up your flour, so that, like, if you're lecithin free, or if you're nut free, or if you're dairy free, well, you know, all those things, then there needs to be a flour just for you that you can use that's going to work.
So Nikki D says that's a really good idea, Mel, for the keto bakes.
Oh, thing. Yes, thank you, Nikki.
Sean, Mr. Scorpio, is here.
Oh, hi, Sean. Hello.
Hey, Sean. Ella says good idea, Mel, and that came through whilst you were talking about the flour.
Oh, right, the flour.
Ivana says, yes, please. I have tried Victoria's kitchen flour, but with the ingredients that I can get in Australia, it has a bit of a taste that I'm not fond of. Right.
It might be, it can only be the oat fiber, I think, that might be putting you off. Because, I mean, she uses almond flour, egg white, you know, like egg white protein. There's no taste to that, you know. So
not all almond flours.
Well, I was going to say almond flour too has it's nuts. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You know, so it might be because the oat fiber can be quite bitter, but I'm not going to be using oat fiber. Yes. I found a product that it contains silica, right? This is a fiber. It contains silica, which supports collagen production, hair, skin, and nails, right? And the other thing is it helps regulate cholesterol, which is such a major concern on the keto diet. I think we were talking about it the other week. So for me, it's not a cheap product, but it the health benefits, I think, because that's what happened to me, is when I looked at it, I thought, you know what, I am concerned about my hair. I'm heading for 50. I want to be, have a healthy heart and stuff like that. So I would so buy this. And if I would buy it, then maybe somebody else who has hair falling out or, suffered the effects of the keto diet. When I looked at this product, I thought so much that we complain about or suffer from as a result of being on keto, this product addresses that. So why wouldn't I, tell everybody about it, for one, and number two, use it. So, can I tell them?
No. Nope, you cannot.
Oh.
Judy Duran says, I'm liking lupin flour lately.
Nice.
Ella says, I hope I can buy it here in Germany. Ella, we're not going to tell you what it is yet, but we know that yes, you can. Definitely you can.
In fact, it's most widely used in Germany more than any. It is available in other countries, but it's probably... Okay, stop.
Yeah, stop.
But yes, you can.
Ivana says, yeah, definitely the oat fiber because I can't get the modern mountain one here.
Right.
Judy Mayer says, okay, here I am in. Jacqueline. I'm not going to butcher her name this year.
Nice. Yes,
fiber.
Because you remembered, yes.
Unless I call her Jacqueline.
That sounds a bit exotic.
Sounds great, Mel, that you generate a flour for the keto community.
Thank you.
Michael says, yeah, so over oat fiber taste and trying to stop using it. Chef ordered a big 5-pound bag of oat fiber and still haven't used it. Judy Mayer used the last of her lupin flour.
Right. Yes, but then the thing is that why? My question is, I don't want a flour that I have to get this brand of oat fiber and I have to get this brand of what? We live in a world where we need options. So I need a flour that I can just buy. If I can access Kirkland flour or, Bob's Red Mill, then that's what I'm going to use, and the flour needs to work with that. So I'm going to try and work with as much options as possible. And when we do release it, I'm going to need your help to say, Mel, I am nut-free, give me a flour for that. Or, do you know what I mean? Because I just don't know everybody's situation. So I'm going to need a bit of help from you if you want a flour. And, the one that I show, you've got an issue with. So, yeah, it's going to have to be like that.
Okay, Ron's Keto Cafe, just popping in to say hi from Massachusetts.
Hi, Ron.
Jacqueline says, you make me smile with that. Very good.
Thank you.
Ovana says, can't wait for the good news. Michael says, I know what it is, but I'll keep your secret.
Thank you.
Jacqueline says, silica, excited to hear more. So we need to say more about that once we release it. Nikki says, I like the oat fiber, but need recipes to know how to use it. Ron's Keto Cafe says, King Arthur makes a keto flour.
Who said that?
Ron's Keto Cafe.
Ron, you need to check the ingredients. It is not...
It's not keto?
It's not clean keto.
Right.
So like,
It's keto, Jim, but not as we know.
No, but like how we say we're not the keto. You do keto how you want to do keto. So There are so many companies that make a keto flour. It's unreal. Little boutique companies and massive companies like King Arthur.
What happened? Did you process?
I don't know if I said the wrong thing. King Arthur?
It's like you're an android that stopped. Like,
I was like, huh?
Yeah, King Arthur.
The connections in my brain skipped a beat.
That's not solely...
Be careful. I might put you in the dog box. Just saying.
Put me in the dog box. The dog box is mine. The dog just visits me every so often. Nikki says, love to see you experiment with mesquite flour. They say the taste is very unusual, very nut-like. So good for savory, ?
Have you heard about tiger nut? I'm also looking at so what's the attraction is that it's lower in carbs than almond flour. So I was like, what? And it's not actually a nut, right? They just call it tiger nut. So I was thinking also for somebody who's nut-free, that might be an option. But yes, I have. What are you laughing at?
Michael says any bribes for keeping quiet.
Do you know how much help I've given you over the last year, Michael? You owe me your silence. Oh, this is funny. But yes, so I think we are...
Never ever poke the bear.
Are you calling me fat?
Just a bit of life advice for people. I didn't say you were kind of related to it in any way, shape or form.
He's trying to scratch himself out of a hole.
Judy Mayer says, KAF, King Arthur flour, keto flour has wheat gluten.
Yeah, and there's something else. Was it, I wish I had. Can you please bring my computer? Because I would like to check that. Somebody was saying that. And look, vital wheat gluten is not, it is actually keto approved.
Michael
You can.
He's got to go.
Okay, Michael.
I don't think he's going, it's just because I said he's angry.
Oh, okay.
Judy Duran says, LOL, Chris at the dog box visual. Sean says, let's go dog box, send him there, LOL, go Mel, go. Jacqueline says she likes tiger nuts.
Ah.
And Ron's Keto Cafe says, I always read the labels and do my research on products. I've been successful taking off more than 140 pounds in 2+ years doing keto.
God.
Wow.
140 pounds.
That's incredible, Ron. So
holy moly. That is phenomenal.
That is great stuff. Share a little bit with us if you can on how you do that. That's awesome. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's in excess of, that's like 1.5 pounds or, yeah, 1.5 pounds a week kind of thing. That's a lot. But nonetheless, the start of that was always read the labels and do my research. So that we must look up the King Arthur.
No, we are. And, bear in mind that there might be somebody here who might be interested in this information or they're new to keto. So it's nice to, just have a good look. So yes, it contains vital wheat gluten. Now, vital wheat gluten is keto friendly because it's not actual wheat. It's the gluten of the wheat. And it is really low in carbs, and that's why it's keto approved. However, people who are allergic to gluten cannot have it. And also, there is a belief that consuming gluten doesn't promote a healthy gut. You know what I mean? So there's all those reasons. So for we are gluten-free out of choice, not out of allergy or reactions or anything. But because even if you say, for example, if you're not keto or anything and you switch your diet to a gluten-free diet, do you know that you actually drop weight? I did that. My God. Too long ago. But of course, I didn't stick with the diet. I went back to eating normally because, lack of self-control and whatnot. Anyway, vital wheat gluten, I can't see. Food starch. Food starch.
What are you looking up?
I'm looking up the ingredients of King Arthur keto flour,
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Wheat flour, okay, enzymes, barley flour, whey protein concentrate, okay. And I don't know if you guys know this, but you're not allowed whey on the keto diet because it's not keto approved. Just look up whey and stuff like that. The protein powder that you should be getting should be no whey. And this is the one we use. Oh. Whew. I'm making a noise. This is the one we use. It doesn't contain more, Klaus. This is the one we use.
Yeah, that's good.
It doesn't contain any whey. So, I mean, I think if you are, because it's expensive, right? If you have got one that is contains whey, I think just finish it, use it and then look for a better alternative. So, yeah, cellulose, psyllium xanthogam, those look okay. But yeah, I can see why they say it's not like clean keto. So that's just a bit of information. But this one is amazing. We've used this for years, actually. What is this? Where's the ingredients? Down the bottom? No? There's a job for you. Pass the buck. You can't find it either, can you?
Ingredients. Feel good protein, collagen peptides, and L-tryptophan. Something beginning with T. It's a proprietary blend, so they don't have to tell you what's in it.
Right. But, are you done?
Huh?
Are you done?
I might be.
You might be.
What's it to you?
Yeah, well, 15 grams of collagen per serve, 95% protein. We like it, and it is. They need to be able to see this, so help me zoom in.
Come closer. Closer, Clarice. Oh, there we go. 0 carbohydrates.
Yeah. And we like it. I use it in all my baking. I use it for drinks. Anytime a recipe requires protein powder, that's what I use. So, and it works, so.
Nikki D says, Ron, you lost an entire person. Congratulations.
Yes.
100% true.
Yes.
And also she says gluten is a protein.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for that.
Ron's Keto Cafe says he posts weekly adventures and updates and recipes.
Okay, so if you can, guys, here's another YouTuber, Ron's Keto Kitchen, Keto Cafe, and the other one, because you know what I'm trying to do is. There are a few YouTubers now who have become friends, and I want to build a community with all of us coming together, exchanging notes. Ron, you're new here, but we have Dustin and Chandra from Keto Simple and Chef at Grams. So hopefully, we can make our community a little bit tighter and smaller so that, you don't feel alone, and I don't feel alone. Anyway.
Ron started his journey at the age of 64.
If anybody can do it then.
That's proof.
That is proof. My goodness. Yowza. Do you have 1 million subscribers yet?
Oh, Seattle 6 in the house.
Oh my, Michael, where have you been? I don't see any comments from you, and you just being very quiet, Michael. What is going on? I'm kidding.
You're in trouble, Michael.
It's lovely to see you, I have to say. No, Michael and I are in contact on Instagram, so I'm just teasing, really.
Ron says LOL 600 and growing. And Sean says
Nice.
start a keto club.
Start a keto? What was that, Sean? A keto club.
Yeah, start a keto club.
I like that. I didn't think of that, so thank you. I will.
Only if we get to build a tree house.
Can
You know,
you?
like a club?
No. I was going to ask you. Do you think you can climb a tree at your age?
I can.
I don't think I can.
Just because you can't do it doesn't mean I can't.
Do you know that I had to? When was it? Maybe 7 years ago. I bought a bicycle. Do you know that I forgot how to ride a bike? There's a saying that is you never forget how to ride a bike. I forgot. I had to relearn in my early 40s how to ride a bike. So, do you remember that?
I do, and it was disgraceful.
You know, there's just a lack of support in this house. I have to tell you.
There's one thing, there's like a few things that you always know in life are true, and one of those is you never forget how to ride a bike. And you just made a mockery, like my whole life has been a lie.
That's a bit dramatic.
Like you need to think about these
It's a
things.
bit dramatic.
Seattle 6 says ouch, because you gave him a telling off.
Oh,
Judy says, Mr. Mel, you keep me laughing. Thank you, Judy. Ron says, I plan on skydiving maybe before the end of summer.
skydiving.
Ron, if you unbutton like just 2 buttons on the top of your shirt, is there a big S logo
Superman.
there? Like the man's lost 170 pounds, he's skydiving at 60, like, yeah. I think we can all learn a thing or two from Ron. Mr. Scorpio, I can't, I'm 49, I'll be 50 on November 8th.
You and me both.
Chef says, sad thing about YouTube, I don't have real good messaging set up.
Right. Okay. I was thinking of you, Seattle 6. I must, Michael is his name. I hope that's okay to say. But he sends me some lovely food pics. So I must share that with you all sometime soon. So.
Ron says, funny, someone gave me an S Superman shirt last summer.
Look at that.
There you go then. And the chef says, oh, you're a good man. Chef says, wow, I think Chris could climb a tree.
I think you're going to put a hip out.
I nearly put a hip out doing that river dance concoction a couple of lives ago. But we'll see.
There's something in me that wants to do the river dance just to correct, you know,
The abomination.
the tornado type of disaster that we all were subjected to that day.
Hey,
I'm just going to say.
I nailed that, thank you.
You
have no appreciation
I
for
don't
finer
think.
things in life.
Did you watch that?
I watched it. I critiqued my own performance.
Oh,
and
maybe
I
this is a
thought-
relevant question. Did you actually, do you know what the river dance should look
Not
like?
a clue.
Ah. No, then you did a perfect job.
Yep, told you. Nailed it. 100% perfect. I tell you what, Chef, what we'll do is we'll video me climbing a tree. If I make it, we'll share the video. If I don't make it, it never happened. Jacqueline says, very inspirational, Ron. And Mrs. Henderson says, I'll support you, Chris, as long as you agree with Mel.
Thank you.
Charming.
Ah. Yeah, but
She's
I
lucky
think
she's my favourite Mrs. Henderson. PEB says, what is BBBE again?
beef, bacon, butter, and eggs. That's all.
Bad energy. That's what that is. Right, that's all the comments for now.
Okay. Well, I think that's a sign that we should sign off.
The other thing that you put in your title was channel update.
That
I think you've done that, haven't you?
No, I have done it.
Yeah.
Are you paying attention?
I always pay attention to you except when I'm not. Mrs. Henderson says, I skydived for the first time when I was 68, then I threw up on landing.
What?
Wow.
I've never... I would like to go, but I don't go because he won't go.
You can go anytime you like. I just don't understand why anyone would hurl themselves out of a perfectly good plane. Like, the plane's not crashing.
It's a thrill of adventure. Why would you climb a tree? And why would you, when you had a bicycle, why would you pop wheelies and stand on the bicycle seat and with your other leg steer the pedal, the handles? Why would you do that?
Because I can, and because I'm only 2 feet from the ground.
You weren't 2 feet from the ground.
A bike is like 2 or 3 feet from the ground, right? So if you fall off, what's the worst that can happen?
So you've never had skin taken off from a bike fall?
I didn't say that.
Oh boy.
Look, if you really want to be adventurous, mix up your dress socks with your sweat socks, okay? And just live life on the edge.
That's a normal everyday thing though.
Where are we? So I'm ignoring you on purpose. Chef says, LMAO, you all are crazy. Rick Davies says, well, you went into carnivore quite suddenly. Yes, we did.
Right.
PEB, bad energy and my cholesterol would skyrocket. Judy's laughing at me again.
Duran or
Duran,
Maya?
yes.
Yep.
Thank you, Judy. Ron says, thanks so much, enjoyed your channel.
Thank you so much.
Chef says, all right, Chris, we just don't want to see any hospital videos, okay? So be safe, bro. I can't promise that.
No.
I hate losing, so I like.
Well,
if
it's not a
challenges me to
contest.
do something, I have to do it.
It's not a contest, but it's just...
Jacqueline says, very grateful to have caught you live. Bless you both for all you do for the keto community. Mrs. Henderson says, bye-bye. Mrs. Henderson, I have to come around and...
And a special
Bye, Mrs. Henderson.
kiss to Michael, Seattle 6th. I'm sorry if I was too harsh. I was really just joking, and that's what I do with my friends. So it's a compliment.
He's still here, Seattle 6. He says, adventurous walking in downtown Seattle after midnight.
Why? Is it crime?
It'd be a rough neighborhood.
Downtown would be
I thought
crime.
Seattle was full of lovely people.
You're just prompting a response. Like, so Michael would then say, oh, it is because obviously I'm here.
Ivana says, I did bungee jumping when I was younger. I will never forget. Ivana, I also did a bungee jump when I was younger, and I still have PTSD to this day.
So then that contradicts your theory about why would somebody jump out of an airplane, right?
No.
Yes, because you are held on by a string when you bungee jump. I will never bungee jump.
Yeah, they're two different things.
No, they're not. They're both freaking...
The bungee wasn't attached to a plane.
It's not supposed to, love.
No, you said that it contradicts the theory of the plane thing.
Yes, because you said, why would you jump out of a plane? It's not crashing.
And that still stands. I jumped off a perfectly good bridge, not a plane.
This is how much sense Chris makes. You can have this debate and have these nonsensical things come back at you like constantly. Promise.
It's perception. Your perception that it doesn't make sense doesn't mean that it actually doesn't make sense.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
It's perspective, and it's okay to be wrong.
Yes, it is. So when you apologize...
Mrs. Henderson says, me too, and I'll never do it again. We got in thermals, and we couldn't get down for a long time. Oh, when she was skydiving on the thermal airflows. Wow. See, another reason not to do it.
That's freaking scary.
get blown to kingdom come. Ron says BBBE stands for bacon, butter, beef, and eggs. I've done all the tricks to lose weight. They all work. You just have to trust the process.
Right.
We didn't put weight on one day. It's a journey and a lifestyle.
That is the only way. Only way it works, because you put it all back on and then some sometimes, and then you have this whole Debbie Downer kind of moment, which doesn't help your weight loss. Make it a lifestyle.
Seattle 6 says lovely people high on meth. Nice.
Really?
At least it doesn't rain much in Seattle.
I don't think I've ever seen. Oh, I think I saw one person on meth. I was on a train ride. There was a festival in the city, right? And parking would be a horrendous nightmare. So we decided to take the train into the city, had the festival, blah, blah, blah. Absolute chaos getting back on a train, because everybody took the train, right? So absolute chaos getting back on a train. And then there was this guy, he had lots and lots of tattoos, nothing against tattoos, but I'm just trying to paint the picture. Lots and lots of tattoos, no shirt on, of course, and he had, his teeth were in a state. Not only did he have some missing, but they were like really not looked after. And then he had like these little sores little sores in his face, and he was just having this monologue to the whole train cart, blabbing off, and he looked like agitated, like he would get violent pretty soon with somebody, but fortunately he hopped off, so that was a relief. That's the only time I've ever seen a person who looked like they were on meth. So
maybe his wife made him sleep in a dog kennel. PEB says, Mel, do you have... Don't look at me like that. I'm going to pay for that later.
Oh,
Mel,
yes.
do you have a cream of wheat cheat while on keto?
Cream of wheat is cereal, right? Isn't it?
Cream of wheat.
Just a second.
While you're doing that, Ron says, no surprise here, Ron says he would bungee jump, no problem. Mrs. Henderson blew as a kiss. Mr. Scorpio says, my son jumped out of a plane. Was that with or without the parachute? Ovana says, thanks for sharing your protein, guys. I'll be getting that one soon. Ovana, quick tip for you, or just because you are in Australia. It's tasteless protein, but the website is actually costpricesupplements.com.au. Ivana also says, I love you guys. So happy to finally caught you live. Yay!
PEB, look up Beauty and the Foodie Keto Creamy Hot Cereal. Google that, Beauty and the Foodie Keto Creamy Hot Cereal, and you will get your cream of wheat. Done. Anyway.
Mr. Scorpio says, with a parachute. I said with or without.
Anyway, guys.
I said my son jumped out of a plane. I didn't say,
he's blethering on. We'll see you guys in the next one, or actually pretty soon. We're going to do a special video for you guys so that, there's high enjoyment and laughter, hopefully.
I apologize in advance. Don't
do it.
Don't do it.
Don't show them.
I'm embarrassed enough already.
Spoiler.
PEB says thanks.
Okay. All right.
Love your recipes. See you in the next live.
Love you guys. We will see you. Stay keto and stay cool. See ya.
Bye guys.
Bye guys.